Hermitage School District Strategic Plan by Lori Wardlaw. My plan is going to be a way to help the Hermitage School District with its lack of students. Right now, we have about 375 total students for kindergarten through 12th grade. And everybody knows that fewer students means less funds available. If there's less funds for the district, that means we cannot purchase new technology. And fewer students also means less support from the community. And I've actually been to football games before where there were not very many more people in the stands than what you see now. The strategic plan to enroll more students. The first part of my plan will include a volunteer day at the school to clean up the grounds. The next step will be to hopefully have Johnsville Sand and Gravel donate materials to help with grounds appearance. Next, use local farm equipment to spread material for fall zones, fill in potholes, lift heavy trash, and haul in dirt and gravel for sports complexes. The Help Group has put on fundraisers for us in the past, and we hope that they can help us buy new technology for the school. And a public relations team with the local media outlets. The first part of my plan is the volunteer day. And this part will start with mowing and weed eating. I have a picture to show you what I'm talking about. And if you look at the grass where it's overgrown, you can even see some trash and a lot of things up against the buildings that's in the way. All of that stuff would need to be moved so that we could weed eat and make the grounds look nicer. Next, work on landscape. I think landscape is a way that we could really enhance the look of our buildings. There's already some flower beds in front of the building that's overgrown with weeds, and that's an easy fix. You could pull the weeds, put in some potting soil, and buy some plants and have maybe science classes or something like that taking care of it during the school year so nobody has to worry with it. This is the high school, and I believe it's about 7 years old, and I think that if it had some landscape along the front of it, it would make it look a lot more appealing as well. Next, take off the trash. If you've ever driven around the Hermitage School campus in the last 5 years, you've seen what I see whenever I pull up every day at work. This is at the bus shop, which is in the same parking lot as the field house for the football team, and you can see all of the trash and debris that's pushed to the edge there. And this is not the only place. The playground at the elementary school, this trash pile's been here at least 5 years that I can remember. This trash pile has been here, and volunteers could easily burn this off or pack it up on a trailer and take it off to the dump. The next part of my volunteer day will be to pick up limbs. The Hermitage School District could have a really pretty campus because we have these great big trees all over campus. But the big trees, when it rains or storms and the wind blows, they lose limbs, and nobody seems to have time to pick up the limbs. And these are all over campus. They're everywhere. And that's an easy thing for volunteers to do. They could pick it up and start a burn pile and get rid of those pretty quickly. Next, clean. This is the exterior of the gym, and I think that if it had a pressure washer and cleaned up real nice, and then maybe a fresh coat of paint, and this could use some landscaping as well. And this is not the only place that needs to be cleaned. We've got windows all over the school that could probably be cleaned to help with the appearance of the school. But this is just one example of a building that I thought looked ran down. And then the last part, I would hope the Hermitage Methodist Church could provide lunch for the volunteer day so that we could make sure that we have lots of volunteers come out. And if you advertise it and let them know that lunch is going to be provided, then more than likely you'll have more people show up. Alright, Johnsville Sand and Gravel. Hopefully they will donate materials, which they've done in the past. They have kids. Scotty Farrell's the owner of the Johnsville Sand and Gravel, and he has kids that have attended Hermitage School District. He has one that's still in school now. and they've actually donated sand and stuff like that for the district before, and hopefully we could get that donated as well. We need rocks for the fall zone on the playground. If you look at a picture of the elementary playground, you can see that there is weeds overgrown, and the rock depth is not exactly where it needs to be up to code for the fall zone. So hopefully they would donate some rocks for the fall zone. Next, gravel to fill in potholes on the car rider line. The car rider road does not belong to the county, it belongs to the school. So it's up to them to actually fill in the potholes, and it has gotten pretty bad. And it's hard to drive on that road without hitting a pothole. Next, dirt for the softball field on campus. We actually have 2 fields on campus right when you pull up at the front of the campus, and both of them are looking pretty bad, but this is the worst of the 2. It needs to be leveled out and more dirt added to it. It needs to be weed eated. The fences need to be fixed. But this is an eyesore. This is one of the first things you see when you pull on campus, so it really needs to be fixed. Local farmers equipment. And this is where I might be able to have some pull on this because my husband is a farmer, and luckily we have 3 trucks that look like this, and if Johnsville Sand and Gravel would donate the materials, I could probably talk him into going down there and hauling the materials to the school. But you have to have a truck to do that. We also have a backhoe. He could use this when he unloads the trucks to get the materials to the correct spot, like the fall zone and the softball field and the road where it needs to be. And we have a tractor and dirt pan, which he could use to scrape up the dirt off the fields and the grass as well, and start over from scratch and get that going. And you could use a front end loader to lift up some of the heavy trash, because there was heavy trash when I looked at those piles that could not be picked up by hand. Next, the Help Group fundraiser, and the Help Group has done a lot for our district in the past. They're actually an off-campus group, and they have their own account where they keep the money that's raised, and they've used it in the past to purchase things for teacher appreciation, but we hopefully would ask them to purchase technology instead. And one thing that they've done in the past is the cookie dough sales, and we're not allowed to do this at school, but the kids take this off campus and sell it, and all the money goes to the help group. The teachers help pick up the money, but that's all that the school actually does with this fundraiser. Next, we've sold candles in the past before, and this is a really good fundraiser. We do it around Christmas, and the kids go around and sell these, and it's done a lot of it's made a lot of money for the school. And t-shirt sales. This is one that you can do around football season or anything like that. It's got a hermit or something like that on it, and people buy it and wear it to the game. No more than 3 fundraisers I would do per year, because after that it gets to be too much and you can't hardly keep up with what you're doing, and people stop buying and supporting the fundraisers. Hopefully the money will be spent on technology that the kids can use in the classroom. Public relations team. I hope I can put together a public relations team that will contact the local media to report information to the public. And we have Saline River Chronicle. It's a website that everyone in this area knows about and gets on it to get local information. We have 105.5, the radio station. It's located in Warren, and everyone knows about it. And we also have the Eagle Democrat, which is the local newspaper. So the media team would be in constant contact with them to keep them up to date. Hopefully my PR team can make a YouTube video that highlights our FFA, which has won several national championships in livestock and forestry, and some other accomplishments like our school report card or standardized testing results that we've done well on. And maybe come up with a school slogan. Something that would something we could post everywhere that would be the slogan for the school. And last, revamp the Hermit logo. And hopeful outcomes of this strategic plan. Hopefully the campus will be cleaner, and it'll have a better first impression for visiting families and the parents who already have students that go to school there. And the long-term goal of this would be that it draws in more students and we have more money to actually hire people to keep the campus cleaner than what it is now. Better sports facilities for athletic programs will help keep students at Hermitage, because sports programs have always been the backbone of a lot of districts, and we're losing a lot of kids to neighboring schools because of their athletic programs. So hopefully if we can make those look nicer, we can keep students at Hermitage. And the more technology, if we are able to buy more technology through the help group, or maybe even filling out some grants, we can keep our lessons interactive and engaging, and that alone goes a long way for students wanting to stay at the district. And a positive public relations will help the community and parents stay informed. If we keep stuff going to those websites and those and the radio station and things like that, every time something positive happens, if we call them and keep that stuff posted on there, it'll go a long way for public relations. And the main outcome, obviously, is to have a larger student body, to have more funds available for new technology. And hopefully we can do that with this strategic plan, just have a larger student body. Eventually maybe we can hire even have more teachers on staff than what we have, a bigger band program, bigger choir, just all around a better school district.